So I'm Charlie Martin and this is the Morgan Rip Special. A concoction of a GN rear end and a Morgan front end, so it's basically half and half. 2 speeds running on methanol and obviously the V-twin engine on the front with twin amels. We've overgeared it for Goodwood so it doesn't do any damage to the engine, but seems to go well. It's enjoyed the wet. Well, what makes it different is it's a canvas body, so it's made from aeroplane doped canvas with a wooden frame underneath, so it's very lightweight, and basically it's a concoction of 2 different cars, which makes it a nice special. So what we've got is a Morgan that's over there, the 3-wheeler, and that's the front half, and then over there you've got the GNs, which is basically what the rear half is. And putting the 2 together seems to work quite nicely. Yeah, so I've been driving it for 6 or 7 years. Obviously lots of work goes into making it tick. And yeah, so I know it like the back of my hand, and I've been through every element. Obviously the engine, which is twin magneto, 1 mag for each cylinder, so effectively they're 2 separate engines running, two carbs, 1 carb for each cylinder, 1 mag for each cylinder. Then we've got obviously Morgan steering box, which makes it fast steering, so you never have to let go of the steering wheel. You've got basically probably 2/3 lock to lock on the steering wheel, so you don't ever have to let go. What else is interesting? We've got, obviously you pump up the fuel, so instead of having a mechanical fuel pump, we've got basically an air pump which pumps up the fuel tank, gets the pressure built, and that pumps the fuel forward. On the dash we've got these drippers which controls the flow of oil to the heads, so it's basically it squirts it in there, you get a bit in your face, but mainly the oil goes onto the front of the engine. And there's another feed into the top of the crank as well. At the back we've got the chains, so we've got the two chains, first and second, high and higher, and it's a sliding dog system, so it's basically 2 dogs connected to one another that slide over, select first, and then slide over and select second. So just like a modern dog box really, but not quite the same. And it hasn't got any rear wheel brakes, that's another element. So it's quite exciting coming into corners and the front end start taking off. Sometimes you struggle coming in just to get it to settle down. Obviously the shock absorber on the front. When I first started to develop it, it had really stiff suspension, and when it started going, I couldn't get it to stop, so I've softened the suspension down, which makes it really sort of settle down into the corners now, but otherwise it was undrivable. The owner's Justin Mears, who's driving the Parker GN. I share drive some of his cars with him, and he's, well, luckily for me, he's lent me this car for quite an extended period. Hopefully his son's going to start driving it in the next few meetings, and it's a nice starter car for him, so fingers crossed he'll enjoy it.